ain't geese, too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay, same day, why I'ma run it back.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now!
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is Crowell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Raiders first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff to Crowell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now it's Crowell, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 26, check 28.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Regular.
To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right 54. Here we go. Check 52.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Tanico Autry.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Carr completes it. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Carr. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They come out here in the I.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, one man in the backfield, that's Crowell.
Tight down. There you go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Isaiah Crowell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 42, check.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got Rodgers. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Brady again. Campbell making the catch. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the curl, Mike's 50, Mike 50.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 50, 52.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw his Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
You. Shift. Hey, rip. Check 24. Watch 24. Alpha.
On first down, Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Get ready.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Watch now. Ready? Come this way. Here we go. It's first.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Sugar.
To throw again, Brady. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Crowell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brady. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Mike 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Brady. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Go Bandit.
From the gun, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Brady over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now!
From the gun, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete.
Carr's pass. Complete to Jalen Richard. A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You got it! You got it!
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check. Check out route.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Mike 54. It's our
Hey, 66.
It's our team.
Go Bandit.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Corral. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
29.
To throw, it's Carr. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Raider first down.
Carr now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
93. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the run, it's Corral. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Down. You ready?
Double time. We got four.
From the 29, Carr. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards.
First down, Raiders.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So don't say nothing.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Man out. Kill. Alert!
Bravo.
Mike's 50.
Goal 50.
From the 22, Brady looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A first down carry now for Corral. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. Crowell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Martin. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run with Hines. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Rip. Mike 50. I got 5. 50, Mike 50. Army.
Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Okay, just like that.
On first down, Crowell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Pierre Desir in on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Line 85. Go Chiefs.
Crowell. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey, set. 380.
Switch up, switch up. Slam, slam, slam.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Hey, goal 66.
From the 24, Brady. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Come on, hey, goal 66.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Ain't no looking up.
From the 44, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Crowell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Carr to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Regular.
after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, 98 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wait, set. 53.
Coming.
Hey, Alabama.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down.
Jimmy's traps. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crap.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check and reload.
Throwing again. Brady. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's
Ozzy.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
Brady now on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Haywood.
50. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming.
72.
I'm coming. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming. Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Watch the flag.
Wait for the end.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Maurice Hurst in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
53, Mike 53.
Better bring it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the defeated